Yo, what is up everybody, Akames Sharingan here, and here today we're going to have a quick discussion of Road to Boruto when Boruto became an adult. Now this was like a later on theory where I came up with as for when Boruto came back to the village as a rogue and the whole village was destroyed. Now as we remember from like way back to like January? Maybe? I don't remember exactly the date, but there was this moment where there was this guy named Kawaki. And Kawaki was this villain in the arc of Road to Boruto who claims that he killed his father. But I don't think that's the case because Naruto is not the type to die just like that. Not to mention he still has Kurama, therefore he still has a second life energy source. Now, where I'm getting at is, where was Boruto at the time? When he was traveling, just like when Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura were all training 2.5 years prior to their next encounter, we noticed that they were gone and nobody was really in the village except for Sakura. And what I want to know is, if Boruto did the same exact thing, then there's a good possibility that he was probably with Sasuke. Because Boruto is Sasuke's role model. And I feel as though if Sasuke were to be the one training him, Sasuke probably did a lot of shit to push him, so he's probably A, very fast in his feet, 2, he probably developed new jutsu, and 3, for fuck's sakes, he might have even encountered a curse mark or something. For all we know, he could have brought him to Orochimaru. As for Sasuke's daughter Sarada, where could she have been? Most likely, I feel like she was with Sasuke too. Now, both of them are probably training, therefore they're at equal pace. They're equal, their own individual. For all we know, they could also be a couple. We don't know, which I don't think would happen because I think Sasuke would be the type to be emo slash, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you type.
Oh, hell yeah!
I know, right? Anyways, so how I feel like their entire motivation came was when Boruto started as a kid. He didn't know the aspects of what to be a shinobi. He didn't really care about being a ninja itself. He didn't even care about the organization or how it functioned in the government. So when we're looking at him now, he probably has a more in-depth vision of what a shinobi is. And with all this new technology and stuff, there's probably newer ways to develop jutsus, which we already know has been confirmed in Road to Boruto when he had his little technological watch-looking thing on his wrist. Now, what I feel like is prior to their training, I feel like that's the case as to what happened because Boruto came much older. And I feel like that's probably a 3 to 4 year gap based on Boruto's appearance. Now, when we looked at the very first manga of Road to Boruto, we noticed that Boruto looked like he lost an eye at first. And on Double for Anime's aspect, which I really don't believe much that he says, he claims that he has the Tenseigan. And that I don't think is really the case. I personally feel like he has the Byakugan, and it has to be from an emotional trauma. As for all other visual paralysis eyes within the blood traits of a clan, they need to have some form of phenomena which is a negative impact to oneself to make them either upset or motivate them to get stronger. Like for Sasuke example, he had to kill his best friend to awaken the third pattern sharingan, which he didn't do, but he thought he did. The whole point of getting to where you have to be is to train, obviously. And as for Boruto and Sarada, I feel like they were both being trained under Sasuke. I don't think Sasuke was around the village at the time because Sasuke is still technically the wandering Sasuke. He doesn't like to really, I'm not going to say he doesn't like to, he didn't want to return to the village because he feels like he's the patrolman. He needs to explore the world, make sure nothing is threatening the hidden leaf. Now, as we know from that aspect, what made Boruto want to leave the village is the real question. And my answer to that, which could be wrong, he probably felt like his father wasn't worshipping him or looking over him like Naruto did when he felt like he had no parents around, nobody were to really show him the ways. He didn't really get anywhere in life until he became a genin. Now, Boruto, in the same aspect, was probably the same way. Now, Boruto was neglected, that's for sure. And Boruto also felt like nobody gave a shit about him except for his own teammates. And as a result, I feel like he went rogue because Sasuke was his role model. And I'm not going to say he was jealous of Tsunade, but he was jealous of the fact that his dad is very powerful. So he went probably with Sasuke, probably being a patrolman. And he was probably going under intense training at the time. And as the result for that encounter for Sasuke for maybe those couple of years, we don't know how long it's been, but judging from how short Boruto was to what we see in the manga now, we know that Boruto is probably 15 or 16, around that. And as we know, he now confronts Kawaki. And Sasuke is probably looking for Naruto because Naruto and Sasuke always collab in their fighting. They always coordinate with each other. They never fight alone anymore. So that's my whole theory as to where Boruto has been, as well as Tsunade, what was Sasuke doing at the time. And as for Naruto, people say he's dead. I don't believe he's dead. He's probably warped into another dimension, just like the Okatsutsukis did to him during the Road to Boruto movie. And I don't feel like Naruto is the type to die just like that. Eventually, I feel like he will die if he extracts his own chakra and gives it to Boruto. That just seems more of a natural thing to do if you want Naruto to die. But anyways, guys, this is Akames Sharingan. I hope you guys enjoyed what I'm trying to discuss here. And put in the comments what you think, where Boruto was, or Sasuke, during when Kawaki destroyed the entire village. And yeah, be sure to give this video a like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye.
sharingan